Hi gang, Rob here. It is the evening of April 2017. Got a From the Sharpening Bench video for you guys tonight of a Great Eastern cutlery product. That would be Tittyute Cutlery, classic pocket knives to be specific, made of 1095 carbon steel, hammer tested, and frozen forged. The knife we're looking at tonight is the number 488117. That's a number 48 with a muskrat clip main blade, one blade, made in 2017. And this particular Tittyute 48 is an antique amber jigged bone. This particular one is also called the Weasel. It's kind of a peach seed pattern and a really nice one, and that antique amber is very interesting. It almost turns ivory up here at the end cap, a deep brown and amber in the a deep brown in the peach seed jigging, and amber in the polished area, and then up front we get almost this bluish purple thing going on. Very cool. Very random. Because it's a Tittyute, we have a smooth end cap and a smooth bolster, just slightly chamfered at the front. The muskrat clip blade, long, slender, and delicious, is satin finished with just a drawn swedge on both sides, a full flat ground to a pretty skinny dimension behind the edge. It has been sharpened. Even though this is a From the Sharpening Bench video, because I've had this knife for a day and I just sharpened it, this is not a customer knife. This one's mine. I don't know if you guys know this dude or not, but I don't know. I don't think he's got a YouTube channel, but he's on Instagram as Tattooed Fat Dude. He is known in the trade as Fat, and if you think maybe you've heard that name before on this channel, it's because Fat is the dude who sent me this, which is mounted to my wall above the sharpening bench. Very cool indeed. Anyway, on his Instagram the other day, he had a picture of this Weasel and indicated that it was for sale. And this doesn't happen to me very often, guys, but I saw this knife and I went, yep, gotta have it. Wasn't going to do one of the single blade 48s that were just manufactured by GEC. But I saw that jigged bone and I thought, I have got to have it. And you know, his price was right. So I popped over to the tattoo parlor and picked it up. Fett is from Fort Wayne, Indiana, my hometown. His business is in Fort Wayne. I think he might be from neighboring Huntington, Indiana originally. So the 48, what is the 48? You could also call it the Slimline Trapper or the Slimline Dogleg Trapper. And I've had a couple other 48s in my GEC traditional knife collecting life. One of them I still have. One of my favorite knives of all time. This is Mike Latham's special factory order from back in about, what, 2013, I think? Is that right? 14. The improved trapper in laminated veneer sheet abalone with the houndstooth shield. Oh, this is kind of a safe queen now. I have sharpened it and used it and carried it a little bit. This isn't an everyday carry knife, not a user. And I had the Northwoods Hawthorne Jack, but they do that saber ground, rustic finish, and I didn't like it in this narrow profile blade. So here we go. Got that same knife as a Northwoods Hawthorne, but in Titty trim with a full flat ground blade, and I like it a lot more. So let's look it over, shall we? Fit and finish are beautiful. All 8 transitions are absolutely perfection. Back spring termination is beautiful. Look at the blade well. Superbly finished. Nickel silver bolsters and end caps, brass liners. The hafting, as we've come to expect from GEC, is perfection. Back spring is dead flush while open. It's probably a little proud. It is at half stop, and dead flush when closed. Blade centering, perfect. The satin is awesome. Just what it ought to be. No blade rattle when it comes to half stop, but superb walk and talk. Just slightly damped or muted. Love it. Pull weight 5, and it's not progressive. I'd say it's a 5 at both legs. You know, for the slimline trapper pattern, I would say that's what you want. You know, you don't want a nail breaker pull in this sort of slender, gentlemanly carry knife. I'm really glad I saw this. I'm really glad that Fett listed. He said, I overbought, Rob. Overbought this one. Man, that's just like an instant classic, isn't it? They can be had. There's probably some new inventory at your favorite purveyor of GEC products, and they're not killing it on the secondary market either. Just an old classic, old standby pattern from GEC. I think this is the first time they've run a GEC, Great Eastern Cutlery, Titty Northfield, or GEC in a single blade 48. If you guys know different, weigh in the comments. I know they did the Hawthorns, and they are still doing the Hawthorns for Northwoods that are single bladers, but I think all the 48s have been 2-blade for their own nameplates. I love this thing. Thought you guys would like to see it. That's all for this one. Grace to you and peace from God our Father and the Lord Jesus Christ. And remember, the Word and my 48 Weasel are sharp.